going on, man? We about to react to this video about David. I don't really know him. I ain't never heard of his ass before this whole situation came. Like, I don't even know what type of music he make. I mean, from the little stuff I seen, it seemed like he kind of make like the underground alternative R&B type of shit. Like, but I ain't never heard of him or anything before this whole situation. But I've just been seeing a lot of things on him and this whole situation with this underage girl he was dealing with that he, I guess, murdered or allegedly murdered or however the case is. I ain't gonna cap, and it's shocking. I was talking to my partner. It's shocking that he ain't been locked up yet. Cause like this is the first time we done seen a nigga. You feel me? Like I mean, outside of OJ, but OJ's situation was kind of different. But this is the first time we seen a nigga not be locked up after killing somebody. But I feel like if it was a white girl, Trump would have probably made a personal call and this nigga would have been locked up. But hey, we finna I guess see what this shit talking about though.
Born March 28, 2000. So there is a music artist out there named David, born March 28, 2005, and raised in Houston, Texas. His come-up story is actually pretty insane. The guy was a YouTuber trying to be the next big gaming streamer, and so back in 2018, he was creating Fortnite content, including montages.
So basically, I played Fortnite from 2017 to 2020.
I ain't gonna lie. Alright, I be forgetting, bro. We damn near old as fuck, like.
Oh God.
Cause I think he say bro only like what 20 years old, some shit like that.
Yeah, like 2021 or something like that.
When I was in motherfucking high school, bro, niggas was not trying to come up on Fortnite. I ain't saying that wasn't a thing, but coming up on like Fortnite and Roblox videos was not a thing. If you born within the years of like 1998 to like 2003, Roblox and Fortnite, like niggas was playing Fortnite in high school, but it's like it's like at a different level now. Like this whole generation, I say like 2004, 2005 on up, bro. It's like they grew up off that shit, like. You feel me? So just out the fact that he be trying to become like a successful like Fortnite YouTuber, like just like damn, I'm getting old as fuck, bro. Cause growing up, niggas was watching Chris Move and QGB and Fredo and so niggas was not, you know what I'm saying, watching Roblox and Fortnite YouTubers.
So you gotta think about it too. At that time period, it wasn't really common for anybody to really try to jump into that niche.
Yeah.
Like, niggas will look at you like you weird. You talking about you trying to do YouTube. Because niggas really wasn't thinking like they could really do that shit.
Yeah. Like, but the only person I knew who was really, like, doing Fortnite videos to that extent was, like, niggas like Ninja. But, you know, obviously Ninja a whole another different demographic.
Yeah.
And then I think, was Ninja out when we was in high school or he came out more towards COVID? He probably was already out.
He was already out.
Yeah, but was he?
Cause shoot, I remember the whole TSM
yeah,
thing. So they had a whole bunch of different orgs that already had people put together for like that was under their orgs doing Fortnite videos.
Yeah, cause I remember my nephews when they was like in elementary school. When he was in elementary school, he used to watch Ninja. Yeah, that's about 12th grade year. So yeah. So it was really like people within that whole wave, but these now like I guess 24, 25 was like the new around these motherfuckers.
Oh God.
21, I became a YouTuber. I was playing Call of Duty, Fortnite, all these different types of games. Just trying to become like the biggest next thing, streamer, cussing out everything.
Where he was routinely using the most mainstream trending music to get more eyes on his videos, because at that time he was completely unknown.
The songs have an algorithm to them. So let's say 2 people use, I don't know, Halo, and then 3 people use it, 4 people use them. That song, if you hear it in enough videos, your video will be the one that goes up. I don't know how it works on YouTube. That's how it works with Fortnite.
So you literally, nothing changed in what you were doing. All you did was
Just
put one song in.
Put a song in the video.
That is until David's worst nightmare came true. At Zaxby's, you can limit, and almost every video he had ever made got copyrighted over.
You gotta think he coming up in a generation too, where they starting to see niggas actually get successful from this.
Yeah. It's more normal for them to see like niggas play video games and cause like when we was in high school, like it was a few niche dudes. Like you had the Pretty Boy Fredos, so you had the 2K gamers and shit.
It felt like a whole lot more untouchable.
Right.
Niggas look at that and be like, damn, I probably can't even do no shit like that.
Fact. It wasn't nothing like 2020. if you was in school from like 2015 to like 2019 or prior to that, like yeah, it was certain niche people who were successful gaming.
Yeah.
But it wasn't something like, but becoming a professional gamer down there was looked at as more harder than becoming a professional NBA player.
Right. Then on top of that, you know, we already in a generation where it was like, man, you finna really skip over this opportunity to go to school to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So it was already something that was kind of shunned.
It wasn't believable.
Yeah.
But now in the generation to where like if a teenager told their parent right now like I want to be a gamer or whatever the case is, they will like be like they still might not be, but it would be more believable now though. You know, it would be more acceptable now because back then like you want to be a gamer because even then like. Cause even then, if we take it back to the Fredos and the Soul Illuminati and shit, like they built a niche off of like the 2K community, but they still had to have like a certain type of personality and other shit outside of just playing 2K going on. You feel me? Like, but yeah, like that shit still was lit as crazy back then though. Like I remember as a kid, even before like the whole YouTube shit, bro.
Hell yeah.
Like as a kid. I used to watch gameplays when niggas did whole walkthroughs of a whole story mode.
Yeah.
And before that, and back then, that's really was niche. Like you really had to have been a special type of person to come up off of that shit like that.
But shoot, at that time period, you got to think a lot of kids probably ain't had that game.
Ain't had that game.
So you already ain't got the game, but you want to play it. So you'll just watch somebody else play it, and you'll be like, okay, that's how it go.
Yeah, goddamn. But before that, like. If we go back to like 2005, 2004, like a kid, the only way niggas knew you can be a professional gamer is like two ways. Either be like a beta tester or a fucking game developer. Outside of that, like the concept of like gaming online, that shit did not exist at all. For like making money in gaming online did not exist maybe until for real 2011, 2010. Like that's when like okay. But even then, like, it was not to the extent as it is now.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Because they got so much stuff now as far as this gaming go where it's easy to stream it. So you got people streaming it on multiple platforms at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Where they ain't even got to go through a hassle of setting it up for this site, then setting it up for that. They could just do it in one file swoop with the right equipment.
Yeah.
Night for using the music. And so David breaks down, he calls his mom crying, and she says if you want to fix your problem, then you should just make your own music. So then David literally starts recording into his phone, and creates his first song on a free music editing software. He posts it up to SoundCloud, it starts getting plays, and the rest is really history.
And I made a song called You and I, which now has, 94 million streams. My second song I ever made.
Damn.
Put it in the montage, and I tagged it on Twitter. First Fortnite player to use his own song in a video. That was the title. And bro, everyone was using the song after that day. Like the Fortnite streamers that I was watching and looked up to were using my song. Everybody was using my song, bro. It's crazy because it was royalty free. Because nobody's getting copyright strikes.
David was a pioneer for doing this because he actually sounded pretty good. It's actually pretty reminiscent of the blog era back when I was a teenager, when rappers like Logic and Skizzy Mars were blowing up from phase montages back then in the early 2010s. So he was making the Fortnite videos with his music, and then he started making trending sounds on TikTok by recording covers of already popular songs, and then pitching the audio all the way up to give it that classic Alvin and the Chipmunks sound.
I got 500,000 followers off that, bro. But then literally 2 TikToks later was the romantic homicide one, which has like 16 million views.
Wait, what?
Everybody, my mom was commenting on this one, bro.
Wait, so you made this one as Alvin still?
Dude, yeah.
That's crazy. That's probably why I ain't know about him, because he came up through the Fortnite community. I was disconnected. Like, Fortnite came out our senior year for real, 2018, 2019.
It was out before that.
Well, it blew up around that time. It blew up around that time. But, like, I really was never a Fortnite type of nigga. So, like, especially if we going on to, like, the whole, like, Fortnite, like, internet community, I was never a part of that shit. So, like, that's probably why I never really heard of him.
Oh, God. But, shoot, I ain't never know about him either, though.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it seemed like a lot of the people who fans of him now
Yeah.
were like part of that online Fortnite community. That's probably why he was fucking on that little girl, cause she, was into the whole gaming, Roblox, Fortnite. You know how kids is now, like, you know what I'm saying. So it's probably why he's had so much of a younger audience, cause they grew up listening to this shit, watching Fortnite videos and shit like that. It makes sense though, cause I'm into music, but I never heard of this man.
But I heard his sound plenty of times on TikTok though.
Yeah.
They didn't use it for everything. They'll use it for a depressing video, some type of.
Did you know it was him or you just knew the sound?
I just knew the sound. That's the main thing about TikTok. That's so crazy. It's like a song could blow up on there, but you'll never know who made it.
Mm-hmm. It ain't real.
You can never put a face to the song, cause it's like you hear a little bit of it, but it's like. Sometimes you don't even want to really take the time to look deep into it or look up the song to listen to on a day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm. It's real though.
He knows covers as the place where he honed his sound.
So the reason why you developed your style was just because you were pretending to be Alvin the Chipmunk.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And from here, David would explode onto the scene in 2022 with his actual music, ironically with his most popular song called Romantic Homicide. Understand that his music was especially trending on TikTok, which at the time was the platform producing smash hits from all kinds of unknown artists.
So most people, they go into a studio, they have a professional microphone, they have like a mixing board, there's a person who makes the beat, there's a whole thing. He does everything in his cell phone.
I mean, understand that David's rise was a matter of months, going from completely unknown to a massive internet musician. I mean, I would say that he showed off around as much internet prowess as someone like Lil Nas X, who also really utilized social media kind of in a different way for his blow-up.
That nigga
hit 78 on
Lil Nas X could have really been one of the biggest pop country stars if he would have took advantage of that shit, but he went a whole different route.
His debut album, Withered, was released earlier this year. It sold 30,000 units and reached number 13 on the Billboard Hot 200. And overall, he was really on the brink of becoming a more mainstream artist, not just popular on the internet. He would even go on tour last year, opening up for SZA, and the guy was currently headlining his own tour.
You feel me? We're in the mini arena, you know what I'm saying? We got multiple levels. Upgraded, you feel me? Last time I was here was with SZA.
Okay, man, charge and shit
crazy. Ain't go stupid. You know? You feel me? Yeah.
Should I say why?
So clearly David had some die-hard fans of his music. He was relatively young and at the beginning of a very popular career.
A lot of his sound young.
Thrown
You
all
heard
that
that?
away, and
You know what
even
I'm saying? He
potentially
had the
some
whole
life,
Roblox
as
and
his story
Fortnite
has taken
community,
a very
bro.
dark turn. It really all started when a Tesla was impounded.
And
in
probably
Los
why he had,
Angeles tow
why
yard.
he was fucking on them
The
young
car was
hoes,
running
right?
from
Thinking about it now
Hollywood
too,
Hills
though,
after
you got to
being
think
boarded
about the
abandoned
videos.
since the beginning
He
of
said
the
a lot
summer,
of people use
which
his
was
music
right around the
for
time that David
montage.
began his tour.
So it's like
Obviously,
you
it's
watch a
been
lot of
hot outside
Fortnite
and the
videos,
rancid
all you
smell
gonna hear is
started
his
to come from
sound.
the back of the car, and the
Right.
people
That's
who work at the
crazy.
impound lot noticed this, and really without a better way to say it, inside the trunk contained the human remains of a 15-year-old girl who had been missing since last summer 2024, named Celeste Rivas. Understand that she had already
Damn, she
run
just
away
went
from
missing
home
last year.
multiple times, but this was the occasion where she was not seen
So-
again and her family wanted answers. And this is where
So she
David
went
comes
missing
into the
last year.
picture
Damn.
as the Tesla was
she
registered under
been
his
died.
name.
Using human remains wrapped in a bag that we now know belonged to Rivas. Eyewitness News has learned she was found wearing a tube top, black leggings, a yellow metal bracelet, and metal stud earrings. She also had a tattoo on her right index finger that said, "Shh."
Now listen to what they said there about the tattoo, because it's actually really important.
She also had a tattoo on her right index finger that said, "Shh."
I want you to take a wild guess who else has a matching tattoo on his hand. That's right, that man David. They both reportedly have the very same tattoo that just reads, "Shh." And apparently that's how they were able to identify her, was through this tattoo. Like I said, her
That's
body was
wild.
dismembered. And just listen to what her mother, who did publicly release
Think
her
about how
name,
badly
had
it
to
was.
say.
Because usually if they can't identify you any other way, they'll
She told
identify
us
you by your teeth or something.
that she was aware that there was a boyfriend named David.
And that her daughter had a tattoo with the letters "shh" on her right index finger.
That the color of the ink of that tattoo was red, which was something that police had not released to the public
So obviously, this looks like a really bad situation for David right now.
Sure, you gotta think about
as it
that
allegedly
age, man.
appears
You
that
wouldn't
he
even
might
think
have been
about
having a
tattoos.
relationship with someone
At
underage.
13 and shit?
And then
Fuck no.
potentially he ended
Fuck
up life
no.
and stuffed her in the
Nigga,
back
not
of
that
his
when I
car,
tattoo at
leaving her
13.
there to
I
rot.
still thought I was going
So
to the
what
NBA.
inspired the hook in the back on Why You Died is kind of like the storytelling aspect of the lyrics that came before it, in a way that it builds up to the big moment where she died in the back of my mind. I didn't kill her physically, but in the back of my mind, she died.
And keep in mind, guys, if these allegations have any truth, that means she was more like 13 to 14 years old when she went missing. To make matters even worse, when you look into his music, he's made a music video where he puts a body into the trunk of his car. There is other imagery and videos where a girl who looks like her disappears as he grieves the end of their love. Apparently, David was creating a funeral atmosphere at his shows with actual caskets. And he also name-dropped this girl, Celeste.
That's
allegedly on a Now
crazy.
Leave song that was...
Bro.
They got enough. This is the type of stuff they try to piece together on the Rico case.
Nah, for real. This is my thing. I really want to see what is the mental state of this man David, bro. Because it's just like, for him to have music videos like of a girl that's similar to the girl that died, for him to be carrying a fake casket at his shows, for him to have lyrics kind of damn near representing what he went through with the girl, it's kind of like this nigga is taking art to a different level, because art is supposed to be a reflection of your reality. But to this level, this is sick though, because like this man really didn't. First off, he fucked a little kid. Let's get out of the way. He fucked a little kid. Took advantage of. From what I understand, I think the girl was like one of the runaway type girls. You know what I'm saying? Probably fast in the ass, runaway type. You know what I'm saying? But he took advantage of that, and then killed her. Hit the body in the back of his car. For him to make a music video of somebody dying and put it in the back of his trunk, for him to symbolize all these different things, it's kind of like he had to have some type of level of sickness or some type of like, he can't be all there mentally, because that's so fucking sick, bro. If I did some shit like that and I made music, I'm not finna make a fucking step-by-step video of how I did it. So it's just like, that's crazy as fuck. That's crazy as hell.
It really is. And I feel like it's one of those things where people do certain actions just so they can get that, they can gain like that creative
spark.
Yeah.
So they can, like,
So
they be having writer's block, so they do shit
So it's like something that they do that basically just sparks a whole
Mm-hmm.
wild of like different thoughts or ideas to put together to kind of represent whatever the case is.
Mm-hmm.
The situation. That's crazy.
So, but it just make you think. So I wonder, right? Because it's alleged that the girl was pregnant, and we see in a lot of these situations, the older men get into these, situations with younger underage girls. A lot of them get them pregnant, and once they find out that the girl pregnant, they try to kill the girl because of being scared of going to jail for pedophilia and rape and stuff like that. But it just makes you think, right? Either he killed the girl because of her being pregnant or whatever other reason, or like you said, what if this whole thing was a way for him to have source material for his music? If that's the case, if he killed this girl and went through all this shit with this girl as a way of having source material for his music, that is a different type of level of craziness. That's like some real movie, some real fucking, like, I don't know, that's some real serial killer type of shit. That's crazy as fuck.
It's allegedly written back in December of 2023. Now, when the car was initially discovered and linked to him, and they found the body in the trunk, this guy just kept on touring like nothing happened. But more recently, it has been reported that he is working with the police, and in turn has had to cancel several of his tour dates.
As last we heard, he was cooperating. LAPD is not naming him a suspect at this point or a person of interest. We're waiting to hear more from them.
I mean, how this guy could not be a person of interest, I do not know. Like, if there had to be at least one person of interest in this situation, it would be him. Some people are even speculating that the two showed up on an IRL stream together, but that is yet to be confirmed. I've seen alleged messages from her brother. People are claiming that she was in the back of a picture that David took on Discord in 2023. Others are claiming there are pictures of him paying people off who might have information. But of course, at this time, this is all merely speculation. It's also important to note that there will be a lot of people online trying to piece together the information that are not going to be getting things 100% right. So you should take everything with a grain of salt, but I will say right now it's not looking good for this guy at all. Also, if you look at footage from his shows, most of his fans do appear to be younger teenagers.
Young as fuck.
And honestly, if the
He's
guy
just
did do it, I
he just referenced him as a dude from
dumb
Fortnite.
to just allegedly leave this car out there for months. Even if
You know what I'm saying? He definitely had a younger audience, bro.
But shoot, apparently, I forgot.
How could you just not
They
care
said
about your car?
apparently he got
I
an
know the
emote and
situation
everything
is
on
one
the
of
game.
weirder ones we've probably ever seen. I'm sure we will get a lot of answers here in the coming days. I don't know if this is just police protocol to not make him a person of interest, but I also find that kind of strange. Maybe when
It's probably something they're doing so they don't scare him away.
Maybe so.
I will continue to keep
On
you updated
God.
on the situation. Y'all let me
This is the first time to where
I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing.
it's the first time it's so much evidence to a person and an arrest hasn't been made that I seen anyway.
Peace.
Like I said, it's with
If your vehicle was made before.
So the case surrounding R&B singer David has taken another dark and disturbing turn. Investigators are continuing to piece together the events after the shocking discovery of a missing 14-year-old girl found in his car. Police have confirmed that Celeste Rivas Hernandez, just 14 years old at the time of her unaliving, was identified by Los Angeles County medical examiners after her remains were discovered inside a Tesla abandoned in the Hollywood Hills. Her body, described as only a head and torso sealed in a bag, was found after
What
the
the
vehicle
fuck?
sat
I hit
in
him.
a
Oh my
tow-driving
God.
maze, giving off a
He chopped her
foul
legs
odor.
up and arms up and
Authorities
shit.
revealed
Oh
Celeste
my
had been
God.
reported
Oh
missing.
hell nah. Oh my mama, this nigga is tweaking.
that's crazy.
What the fuck? What the fuck? You was better off goddamn, I don't know, goddamn setting a car on fire or fucking putting her body in the river or some shit.
That's damn near some Dahmer shit.
That's dumber shit. But my thing is why would you just chop her limbs up and not her fucking other shit? That's just that don't make sense to me. So I'm just wondering is it possible he probably was working with other people? He might not even did shit himself. What if he paid somebody to do it? What if he put a hit on her or something like that? Because maybe that's why it's obvious evidence that he was involved, but maybe it's not really direct evidence really tying him to the actual date of when place of when she would have died. So it's a possibility. In my head, I'm thinking maybe he put a hit on her. He hired somebody to do that shit.
And then, like I was saying before, though, with the way RICO trials and stuff like that work, and how they basically had something to where you can't use a lot of rap lyrics against people in cases like that, just because it goes against something with creative freedom or something like that.
Yeah,
but it's all the stuff that he's done is basically pointed to this is I did something like this already.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know what California laws is.
Right.
So I don't know how they go about with, that's the home Hollywood. So they might have more strict laws as far as what they can use from music and shit like that, But yeah, this is crazy as hell.
Since April of 2024, while she had run away
maybe they can't
before,
just
her
arrest them
disappearance
off of
this
just the
time
music alone.
ended in unimaginable tragedy. Here's where things get more disturbing. Speculation around David intensified after an old social media post surfaced showing a chilling Discord chat hinting that he and a now deleted user were expecting a child. It has sparked a fresh wave of rumors and heightened public concern. 2 sets of screenshots have...
My thing is, bro, this nigga probably was super, super lame and not getting no pussy before this whole thing, because as an artist, clouded up, got a little motion going, why would you want to fuck a 13-year-old? Like, bro, all the 18, 19, you 20 years old. You could 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You could got you a cougar bit. Like, why would you want to go 13? Like, like what? That don't even make sense. Like, why would you even put yourself in that situation? Like, you know what I'm saying? And there's no way in hell like you can confuse a 13-year-old for a fucking 18, 19-year-old. Like at 13 to a 13, like you know a girl young as fuck. Even if you don't know her at that age, you can still tell she young as fuck. So maybe I don't know, maybe he would be into like doing a little weird shit.
Ain't no telling. And then on top of that, it's all on Discord. And Discord like one of the main places they've been catching a lot of predators.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm so disconnected from like the whole Discord and all that other type of shit, bro. Like I don't be knowing about none of that stuff for real. Maybe I'm getting too old. Fuck.
Gone viral online. In one, David wrote, "I will join the group chat with Wifey and give y'all the story time. Me and deleted user got a kid on the way." Then a user says, "Are you happily married or single?" He says, "Me and deleted user got a kid on the way." Then deleted user, also known as Celeste, posts a picture of her ring finger, showing a ring on that finger that looks like an engagement ring, and then the name David tattooed on the inside of that finger. Then we see a picture of a man's hand wearing a bracelet and in a hugging position, and this is also posted from deleted user. And yes, this conversation happened in July of 2000.
I didn't say nothing about the David tattoo
We
on
don't
the
know
finger.
what happened.
It just said something about the
She
shit.
was indeed pregnant at the time. However, this was 3 months after she went missing the second time, and her family never saw her again.
I'm saying, like, so she probably was one of them kids.
So the whole, I'm guessing the official kidnapping didn't happen until after the fact.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, I think she was just one of them fast ass little runaway type kids. You know, kids who just be grown and fuck, just don't want to come home and want to be with niggas and. Or you know how some grown ass little kids be, bro.
But I feel like the main thing with kids nowadays, like they do a lot of stuff out of spite of their parents. Like it feel like the more stricter their parents are, the more they basically try to defy them, basically show them like, you know, I can do what I want to do.
Yeah, it be like that. Yeah. But you know, growing up, I knew a couple fast ass little motherfuckers who, you know what I'm saying, 15, 16. Who were reported as runaways, but really they was at a nigga house. Grown as fuck. Young as hell at a nigga house. Ain't coming home, ain't telling any people where they at. Thinking they can do what they want. I'm kind of giving them vibes, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I feel like he took advantage of that. Like, he took advantage of somebody who probably came from like a broken home. Shit like that, and yeah.
That's her in my classroom.
Let me go back to that. You hear what he said?
Pregnant at the time. However, this was 3 months after she went missing the second time.
She went missing in 2024. That is wild.
That's what I was saying.
So from them lyrics right there, that tells me she probably maybe she was pregnant and she was like, hey, I'm gonna get an abortion. But you know how some girls be, they make a decision, like fucking I want to keep my baby. And she,
I don't know though, cause it seemed like from what they found as far as like the Discord messages, it seemed like he was with it though.
Yeah. But yeah, and I mean, yeah, maybe I don't know, or maybe he's bipolar. But just based on them song lyrics, when he said, "You told me you didn't want no kids," maybe in my head, maybe she told him she didn't want kids or she didn't want to keep the baby and changed her mind, and so he like, you gonna keep the baby? Cause you know if you keep the baby, that means he gonna get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he like, well, if you gonna keep the baby,
I ain't even gonna lie though, they done made it this far without nobody really thinking about nothing. Her parents ain't really say nothing about the whole situation because they barely even knew about him. The most they knew is his name was David.
Yeah. But I mean, hell, if that baby came, hell, somebody was gonna have to take responsibility or whatever the case is. And even if he didn't step up and claim the baby, we live in a type of era to where like, even if she didn't tell the public this old ass nigga got me pregnant.
Yeah.
Her friends or somebody she knew. People love attention to clout. Somebody gonna spill the beans eventually. But my thing is, bro, why the fuck you even take it out? Like, bro, you 20 years old. Why the fuck would you even put yourself in that predicament?
In front of this poster right here. Okay, hold up, I got another one because I got a picture on TMZ of this other kid exchanging stuff with the rapper who we allegedly did this stuff.
Twin ain't even a rapper. I think it's called all black people who make music rappers.
In my classroom. How long ago was this? We all just found out yesterday who it was, but she's been missing since I caught her. So when I caught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people the story. She disappeared again in May of that year, May of 2024. That's when her friends told me what happened. And it was this rapper that they were like blackmailing him, all of this stuff. And then I found out yesterday that she's now dead in that rapper's car.
So the friends was blackmailing.
Exactly. But see, look, you 13-year-old little kids is not finna be able to fucking hold that type of secret. They gonna spill beans. So if her friends blackmailing him like, alright, you need to or we gonna tell.
Yeah.
He like, fuck it, I'm finna just kill the bit. I'm finna just fuck you, not finna have no friend no more. And maybe he crashed out, was under pressure, but but once again, why would you even put yourself as a grown ass man in that predicament?
Pieces. You want to know how they met? I think I just said it. Social media.
I need you out my mind. As time passes by, my thoughts of you are getting unalive. Take me where I belong. We've both been through this before. Tell me where I went wrong. I cannot do this anymore. The same day that David posted this song, May 10th, 2022, he says, when I'm writing this, I got a note from you as you were talking about wanting to be with your mom and your sister again. Take me where I belong, but our circumstances won't allow us to be in the ideal situation. We gotta push through it, bro. Celeste had a lady run away several
so
times.
hold on.
He claimed to have.
So now this got me thinking. So the kid on the way, I'm guessing as she going through this whole pregnancy, she wanted to be, with her family once again. Because you got to think she ran away in 2024. Don't know when she got killed or when that happened, but she probably been away from home for over a year, maybe a year at this point. So now it's like, as a kid, you ain't really fully developed yet.
Yeah, your brain ain't developed.
And it's like,
especially on 13, hell no.
Yeah, and it's like,
at 18, 20, you ain't all the way developmentally.
And it's like, nigga, I go on the trip for like 4 days, I'm ready to get back to the crib.
Right.
So imagine you be gone as a young kid already. You away from your mother who you been with majority of your life, your sister who you been with majority of your life. You away from these people for months, damn near to a year. And you going through this whole big life change as far as your emotions getting unstable.
You sitting there and got nothing but time to reflect. You maturing. Because, like, no matter how you 13, 14, you get pregnant. I mean, you gonna grow up fast. You're gonna start maturing, especially if you dealing with an older dude. Like, you're gonna be naive. Of course, you're still young as fuck. But in that time, if she's separated from her parents and 9 times out of 10, she probably didn't have access to call him because I'm pretty sure he was like, you can't call, you can't talk to your people. So this girl,
like, who's she gonna go to when she going through this whole process? Because, he ain't never been pregnant. Right. And I'm pretty sure she ain't have no female, like older females around her to talk to about the whole thing as well.
Because for what I understand, she used to have to text people off a burner account. So I don't think she had access to like just to freely use social media. I think he was like restricting her from using shit.
So it's basically like she got free from her home basically to get in the cage.
Basically, because once you get pregnant, and like he said, we not in the post he made, he was like, we're not in an ideal situation to do what we doing, or the case
like, we
is.
can't just let this be out freely.
Right. So yeah.
Damn.
Met her in 2021. He posted this When your car declines at therapy and you bring in that one Hello Kitty girl you met in 2021, Celeste was a huge Hello Kitty fan. When she was last seen, she was wearing gray pants, a black sweater, and a hat with her Hello Kitty sandals.
Ready, 2, Violet, chunk it.
Sandals.
Bro, as a grown ass man, why are you trying to fuck on somebody who still got a fucking Hello Kitty goddamn addiction? Like, bro, ain't no grown ass woman goddamn overly just goddamn fucking wearing Hello Kitty and shit like that. Like, as a grown ass man, if I see a woman like, okay, cool, you grew up on Hello Kitty, but if you just wearing Hello Kitty clothes, think about it. If you see a 25-year-old girl, 24, wearing a Hello Kitty out, like, come on, bro. You like, what the fuck?
I can't even count though. You got to look at this from a perspective of, you know, look at a anime convention.
Yeah.
You go there, everybody dressed up as something.
It's true, but on some regular day shit though.
It's some people who really like
live
their life. Like, I done been to the mall and seen folks with cat ears and cat tails.
That is true. It is people who true. So, but me personally,
but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. But she obviously was still in that phase of her life to where like she still liked it, cartoons and toys and like you know merch, you know that type of shit. Not saying you know like you said adults don't wear like certain, but we all know when we was in middle school how the girls used to wear the Hello Kitty glasses and all that. It seemed like she was literally in that phase.
For sure.
People are speculating this is Celeste backstage with David, and this appears to be a girl wearing Hello Kitty Crocs.
That's what I'm saying. She Hello Kitty down something.
Hello Kitty as his persona because Celeste liked and wore Hello Kitty. Very sickening.
Celeste was trying to go back to her family, and David would not let her.
So I'm guessing this might be one of the friends.
We have been calling and trying to make reports on this since 2023, and we kept getting brushed off, like me and the 2 other people on the server, which have been trying.
He's been trying to go to the police.
We've been trying to go to the police, and we have been brushed off.
It's always the fucking
I can believe that though.
Bullshit. Like,
the main reason why they wouldn't do anything is because us who reported it, we live out of state. And then, like, the moderators of the server, they all knew her age. They all knew exactly what was going down. And every time we went to say something about it and, like, say that it was wrong and that David was going to catch a case, but she's also in danger, we got muted.
Like,
I got muted.
Think about it. You got all these popular streamers out here already. And they always typically get swatted a lot of the time. So when you got out-of-state callers trying to call to a district they don't even live in, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna brush it off because it's not something they can get to right away, or it's not gonna really be too credible because they're gonna be like, what if we wasting our resources sending them out here to check on this, and then they go there and they don't find nothing.
Yeah, and plus, bro, probably being a celebrity, they might take it as if
somebody stalking him, like you a crazed fan that basically want to mess with him some type of way.
But maybe they should have went a different route. Maybe they should have went like to Child Protective Services or some shit.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie though, that was probably the route that the best route to think, cause that was probably the best route they thought to take, cause she already reported missing.
Right.
So if you telling them, hey, we know where she is, but it's like you are out of state type of person, it's already gonna be, it's not gonna add up in their mind, because they're gonna look at it like, how do you know? Like, it's, and the main thing about our police system, they always try to go based off evidence. If you ain't got evidence to kind of help solidify it a little bit, they're not just gonna act on just what you said.
Maybe they should have got adults involved, because from their perspective of little kids, they probably should have got their folks involved, because they folks,
or at least try to get in contact with her people.
That too. That's what I'm saying. On God, because I don't know. I just feel like them being that young, they did what they thought was best.
And then I just thought about that too. You on the phone, you were grown up, and you hearing a
13, 12-year-old
trying to tell you, hey, my friend is with this person here.
Right.
You gonna kind of look at it like, and you gonna already look at the area code and be like, Georgia.
But then on top of
South
that,
Carolina,
but maybe
Texas.
Maybe they was calling it local, cause not only you gonna pick a locally. So if we in Georgia and we call the police, the operator going, you tell them, oh, it's something going on in California, it's gonna be like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
What's going on with that?
And like in situations like that, it's already hard for motherfuckers to get justice, especially in out of state situations.
Right.
Anyways, you know, so with a situation like this, yeah, that's probably it would have been best though to get they folks involved, and if they folks could have possibly, you know,
started, giving them tips like, hey, I got an anonymous tip that she's with this person, or she was last seen here. So they could have had them give an anonymous tip to raid one of his shows one day since she was, backstage.
Mm-hmm. I wonder, cause they said they found her before.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I wonder where they found her at.
They said
West Hollywood, but they ain't said like a specific place, like whether it was a concert or anything.
Yeah.
For a month straight.
So I really want to be surprised if this is like not a one-off thing. He's probably, this is mental. Other younger underage girls, before her.
Yeah, because what she told me is that half of them are older and half of them are young in there.
Oh, so he had a whole little group.
And they met.
Yeah, groups of just underage girls. Like, this nigga the real R. Kelly. That nigga probably on Epstein Island too with Trump ass.
They were playing Fortnite and then she basically came on to Discord.
It trained you. That's controversial.
It's controversial if you got hit, even as a passenger or in an Uber,
you need to
try this.
Really good.
Okay,
It's
bye.
really good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my! Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes. Everything goes. Everything.
In David's music video.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, he probably beat her ass after that live minute. he probably Ike Tina her ass after that damn live minute, fool. But look, she knew it was wrong. But a lot of times, bro, girls in that situation or people in that situation, period, bro, they will make an exception in their head as far as like, okay, so, this is love. But as soon as they see that person dealing with another young person, oh, now he a rapist. But it's only because now it's the jealousy that's kicking in now. You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because it's like when you young like that, your mind is still kind of learning stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you ain't gonna associate bad things with bad things if it ain't been told to you.
Yeah.
So it's like if you get taught that this ain't bad, or we in love, so this is tolerable, acceptable. It's like that's what you're gonna start associating certain things with.
But I kind of feel like, because for her saying that, I kind of feel like she knew it was wrong. She knew that situation was not supposed to be going on.
Yeah.
But like how the girl was saying, like it was more than just one. It was more than just her. I feel like once she probably realized like she wasn't the only girl he was dealing with, that's when the more negative thoughts of the dude she was dealing with started coming out. You know what I'm saying? But that particular clip right there is crazy, bro. This nigga talking about delete everything. Bro, we live in 2025. Nobody's finna delete everything. And once it's on the internet, it's on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
But then again, it was probably like he had such a small audience at that time. Yeah. He probably had such a small audience at that time that people probably weren't even thinking about it. You have signs in front of you right there, and you kind of just overlook sometimes. Or you don't think too deep into it once you see it.
Right. Yeah. True. Hell, but my thing is though, bro,
because you'll see something like that and think it's a joke.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Y'all, for one more dance, he says the heavier the snow, the heavier your weight. After watching you go, the smile on your face as the music starts to play. This video was released February 2025, and it eerily shows putting a body in a trunk. And let's not forget these lyrics in the back of my mind, you. And I didn't even cry, not one single tear, and I'm sick of waiting patiently for someone that won't arrive. In the back of my mind, I blanked you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I hate you.
The hook, in the back of my mind, you died, is kind of like the storytelling aspect of the lyrics that came before it, in a way that it builds up to the big moment where she died in the back of my mind. I didn't kill her physically, but in the back of my mind, she died. and I didn't even cry, not a single tear. I've seen people online take different meanings and interpretations from that one part of the song where it's like it's their past selves that's dying, and they're not even crying about it because they're evolved, they become better people, or have killed addictions and other different stuff like that. So I think it's very powerful in that way too.
August 28, 2022, Celeste says, my parents are so effing annoying. They won't let me go see you perform. David says, don't worry, I'll fix it. You have to remember, Celeste's birthday is September 7th, so she's currently 11 at the time.
You see this? I think this is when it started. So this whole thing was he getting ready to perform. She mad because her parents won't even let her go see him perform.
Mm-hmm.
He said, don't worry, I'll fix it.
Mm-hmm.
So you already know 9 times out of 10 that means I'm going to come get you and you going to come with me.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of started.
So you think that was probably the first time
I feel like this is probably when they started feeling kind of normal for them, or they kind of started feeling normal for her. Mm-hmm. Like him coming to pick me up from here.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
The next message is from Marky. He says, hey Celeste. She says, hi Marky, you did great. David says, facts, best bodyguard. He done a live for me.
This quick message is you and David talking to the minor. Damn, I used to bodyguard for him, bro. I was bodyguarding for him in 2022.
Mind you, this is how Celeste looked when she was 11 when David met.
Damn,
she looked like
a little ass kid, man.
Getting ready to turn 12, and David was 17. Now, other girls are coming forward with their messages from David. They were also of a younger age. This one says, hola. Okay, so I've been up all night thinking logically about you, work, life, relationships, and realize something you'd agree with if you see it the way I do. Straight from my heart, I really, really, really love you, but I have been checking my schedule for the rest of this year and next year, and I'm barely in Texas. I believe long-distance relationships work under the right conditions, like you being able to travel with me, etc., but you're still in school. With that also being said, I don't like hiding anything from anyone. I would love to have a public relationship with someone, but with the way it's going, we have to be a secret or something. I want you to be happy, but you still have so much left to do in these last 2 years of high school, and it may change your view of it entirely, and I will gladly wait for you if we are both in the right headspace when the time...
Wait, what this nigga said?
You gotta rewind that and just listen to it.
Okay, so I've been up all night thinking logically about you, work, life, relationships, and realize something you'd agree with if you see it the way I do. Straight from my heart, I really, really, really love you, but I have been checking my schedule for the rest of this year and next year, and I'm barely in Texas. I believe long-distance relationships work under the right conditions, like you being able to travel with me, etc., but you're still in school. With that also being said, I don't like hiding anything from anyone. I would love to have a public relationship with someone, but with the way it's going, we have to be a secret or something. I want you to be happy, but you still have so much left to do in these last 2 years of high school, and it may change your view of it entirely, and I will gladly wait for you if we are both in the right headspace.
It's not the Mrs. Celeste, it's
I
another
want to
girl.
still be here for you, though, and talk like we used to. Before it all got complicated,
she in high school
my
too.
ass off. I still love and care about you and need to make sure you're not alone. We're still interlinked. Please express yourself thoroughly, please. No, okay, or KK. I want to know everything going through your head. Now, I'm not sure what profound conversation you think you're going to get from a 14, 15, or 16-year-old, but good luck. David, who was in the midst of his Withered World Tour in North America, has now canceled the final dates of the tour and pulled the plug on a previously planned album release that was scheduled for Friday. This comes as the Los Angeles Police
You might have just drop that motherfucker good
of the teenage girl's body.
Why his name in the news?
If he get convicted, they probably gonna drop it.
Celeste's brother. The brother
whatever
said
they
yes,
got
it
put
was
together
him
for it, they probably
because
gonna
he
drop it if he do
found
get
out of
convicted.
nowhere and
Or
followed me.
they wait
The person
till he.
says,
I feel like
well, he has
regardless, they
coming.
wait till all this
That's
stuff
why
clear
just
before they
randomly,
drop
did you
anything. He
even
got ready.
Fuck, well, he has it coming. That's wild. Just randomly. Did you ever talk to him? I met him once in person. Did you and your family know of your sister being with him? Like she was living with him? All this shit so confusing and disgusting. I knew and went to the police about it, but lack of evidence, so it was way low.
Okay, so like I was saying before, they call and they making calls, and you know the main thing they gonna hear is a child that they gonna feel like don't know what they're talking about. So they gonna leave it to you. Don't really got no evidence of this stuff. Like how are we supposed to just believe you off your word?
Ever talk to him? I met him once in person. Did you and your family know of your sister being with him? Like she was living with him? All of this shit is so confusing and disgusting. I know and went to police about it, but lack of evidence, so it was waved off. Bullshit, now there's thousands of people backing you up, and that won't happen again. But if they had listened, even then, they don't do anything. They haven't even done anything towards him. That's how it is with celebrities. Just look at F and Diddy. They don't do shit. I know, it effing sucks. Effing crazy how people suffer for it. How long has she been gone? Dead? 2 weeks. Damn, that sucks. People have been saying like a month. The dude's a weirdo. His songs all have weird messages and imagery. What do you think happened? Like he just didn't want her to expose him being with her? I don't know. Damn. Was your sister like in love with him and choosing to stay? I'm guessing it was always him just manipulating her. Yeah, she was always saying that he was waiting until she was 18 to get married and stuff like that. Effing sick. What's crazy is all those people in the circle who knew and didn't say shit. I saw one guy did and got sued by him. I'm sure you would have too if you kept pushing. Dog, what? I never knew that. My sister wouldn't say anything. Ever. Dude, there's so much shit in the Discord that he has. What the F? There's a Discord. Yeah, it was just a fan Discord and stuff. I wasn't in it, obviously, but from what I know, he was discreetly active in it. Screenshots and screen recordings were posted today and yesterday after the news. Showed some guy saying this. The guy says, post the one with the missing girl, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. 95% sure it's legit. Someone was in the server before it was locked, screen recorded them looking up this message, and it wasn't edited or anything. What the F? No effing way, dude. Please send me more if you know, dude. I got you, bro, but let me find everything that's been posted for you. That's why I said so many people were after David now. After this, they have found so much evidence to back this shit up. Dude, I never knew this shit. Only a small number of people knew until today. I wish I would have known. I could have used this. You didn't have your sister added on Discord? I don't even have Discord. Yeah, I was just seeing because someone took a screenshot of her account, supposedly. Alright, this is what I got. Are these photos her? And that song was a unreleased David song, apparently. Here's the video showing that the messages are real. The brother responds yes to these photos being her. Do you know of any of your sister's Instagram accounts? There were some messages people were saying were her messaging her friends, but not really confirmed yet. The brother responds, that's my sister, dog. Dude says, fuck it is. You think this is real? Yes, I do. I know who Gus is. He's dead. What happened? He got popped. Dead. You think by David or some other shit?
Yes, David, Celeste, and Gus. Who the heck is Gus? And why did Celeste feel the need to have sex with him just because, otherwise he would get mad? And she obviously didn't want to, but she went ahead and did it while she was drunk. Probably to get it over with and so that he wouldn't be mad. Unfortunately, we don't know much about Gus other than he passed away.
I just got paid $62,000 for my car accident using nothing but...
I noticed in the month of January, he did not make a single post. And then he comes back in February with this whole new persona, with the contact lenses. We had this project called Withered. If y'all go through all of David's posts and you keep track of all the posts that the real Celeste Instagram account actually liked, you'll see that she was on again, off again, liking his post all the way up until December 2024, you guys. And then no more from Celeste ever since then. So it leads me to believe, if he didn't do it, whether or not David is guilty, she was possibly unalive in the month of January 2025. That it makes perfect sense when you look at the timeline of everything. So there's just a lot of things that's kind of really weird that's going on that I just thought I would come on here and speak on because I didn't see nobody else talking about this. And based on this, I mean, do you think it's possible she was unalive in January 2025, which would make sense when it comes to even the autopsy report with her being, you know, decomposed, which is so crazy. But who do y'all think is behind this fake Celeste Instagram? Do you think it's the fans, or do you think it's David?
Now, why does all the artists do that?
We have David having mock funerals at his shows. When they said this man was weird, they said it, they meant it, and they represented it. This case still goes deeper than what I touched on today. We will continue to follow it as the information comes in. What I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about everything going on with this case with David? Leave a comment and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye. As always, thanks for watching. But before you...
I'm surprised none of the producers for his music videos came out. Cause I'm pretty sure if he was like tight with the girl, and he might have this situation going on where she can't be in his music videos just because he already knows the image that's gonna show with him being
Guys,
with
it's safe to
somebody.
say that David is completely cooked.
So think about if he's doing this, he probably gonna have her, you know, watching on the sidelines of being somewhere where she'll feel probably secure about the whole situation as well.
Day by day, more evidence continues to come out against him of suspicious and disturbing things that he's done over the past couple years. This is truly one of the craziest situations we've had in a fat minute. I mean, when was the last time there were literal murder allegations against someone where the body was chopped up and put in the trunk of a car? A lot of people were suspecting that this was some sort of satanic ritual or human sacrifice that David was doing, as XQC would show an email that was sent to him live on stream showing that September 7th was the blood moon, which is also the day of the suspected murder and Celeste's birthday. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, the fact
I believe she probably died before September.
still in action.
I think, but at the same time, she probably.
And believed in things like
I guess it depends. I ain't know, you know what I'm saying, but I feel like she would have.
Because he believes that it's gonna.
I don't know. I feel like she might have died in September, before September though.
If he wants to do it, he's going to do it. No, I want to make it very clear.
But they also don't go into detail about how deteriorated her body was. So and they don't give an estimation to where she at least it ain't came out yet how long she had been dead.
From David performing an unreleased song at his June 2023 show where he openly confesses to everything. I don't care about the law when I'm with you because I be breaking it all the time.
I don't care about the law when I'm with you, cause I be breaking it all the time. I don't really need to cause no issue, but y'all need to know, that y'all need to know that life ain't crazy. So won't you let me slow it down? Yes, no, or maybe. I said yes, cause it's still around. Said I'm feeling it, that I can't bounce in like I'm feeling it. Baby, you can feel like a love like we been selling on the corner.
We are season ticket holders.
I mean, bro's just incriminating himself at this point, literally saying that he knows what he's doing is a felony, but continues to do it anyways. On top of the fact that literally in his new album, he would literally self-incriminate with the titles.
Crash it. Where'd it go wrong? Ghost. Where did it go?
This nigga did academics fan.
Afterlife.
God damn, all his shit got dark titles.
And it probably doesn't mean anything, but it's still kind of interesting to look at. Regardless, all of this evidence just builds on top of each other and makes the overall picture of David look even worse. Even if he does prove to be innocent in this situation, in the public eye, he's still going to be guilty. There's no way he's going to be able to drop any more music after this point, because people are going to constantly look at him as a murderer and someone who dated a 15-year-old despite being 20. If he ever goes on to drop more music, which honestly I don't know if he will, it's going to receive negative press no matter what. And at this point, his fan base has disintegrated into basically nothing. Because who wants to support someone who's been convicted of all of this stuff with so much evidence backing it?
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Let's start off with this lyric from one of his songs. He said, "I don't care about the law when I'm with you because I be breaking it all the time." Here's a picture that he put on his close friends. It is said that he would only post his relationship with Celeste on his close friends because obviously nobody could see it. And this is them together.
I've also seen a ton of people talking about, oh, there's multiple Celestes, or the girl named Celeste that he was dating isn't the same as the missing girl. But guys, let's use our brains here. The missing girl's mom said that she was allegedly dating a guy named David. There's been multiple instances where pictures of the missing girl wearing certain clothes were the same clothes that David's girlfriend was wearing. Coincidence? I think not.
This is a tattoo that the 15-year-old girl had on her finger. This was also posted to Instagram, and it says David. This is another Instagram story that he posted, but so cleverly he covers up her face because she is, of course, 15 years old. This is proof that for 2 years in a row, he uploaded love songs on Celeste's birthday. Her birthday is September 7, 2010. This is a missing poster that was actually being put on Facebook and social media.
Motherfucker doing their research, bro.
Now, this was a little bit confusing because it says she was last seen February 14th of 2024, and then there's another poster that says April 2024, so I'm not sure if she had a history of
you got some people who on TikTok has a niche where they'll see, you know,
from all the way back in
different events that have happened out in public. They'll basically just use TikTok to find the people.
David and Celeste together. This is a screenshot from his Discord where someone's saying he has a girlfriend. They're pretty sure he's dating, and her name is Celeste. This is, of course, the matching tattoo that he had with her on his finger because obviously he couldn't put her name on his finger because she's 15. Proof that romantic homicide was uploaded on her birthday. This is another picture of them together, and on this one I think they were on FaceTime with someone. The person who put this photo said, "Celeste and David, don't let me sleep." Another photo of the girl with David while they were like video chatting.
You can't tell me that the girl on this picture doesn't look like a literal child. Anyone who still thinks that there's two Celestes, and the Celeste that David's dating is actually a 23-year-old, is genuinely retarded. The girl on this picture looks just like the missing 15-year-old, and it's weird as fuck.
Okay, so pay attention to this one. This is a photo of Celeste and David that was uploaded by a user named Lamp. Lamp said, "Hey, who's the girl?" David said, "You are a Fed." David later says, "I know that he leaked already. We're literally preparing to sue him. He's about to owe me $30,000. This is a music video that he uploaded 7 months ago, which was 10 months after Celeste went missing. And it's a very scary music video where he's basically putting a body into a trunk and then burying it. And this isn't a separate video, but there's basically an unaliver standing in front of him at the edge of a bed.
This for real is so incriminating, bro. How are we not to believe that David has been planning this for the longest time? Everyone thought it was all an act for so long, but maybe he was genuinely planning this for years. In the back of my mind, I still think that this is maybe just a huge promotion for something, like maybe an album, but we all know that's not the case whatsoever. I guess I'm just trying to be optimistic or something, but it's still so sad. Rip Celeste, bro. May her soul rest in peace.
This is another Discord screenshot that Celeste herself apparently posted. She was replying to another girl and she posted this photo of David wearing a shirt that says "I love my girlfriend," and I'm assuming that that heart in the middle had a picture of them together as a couple. This is a tweet from May in 2022, and it is said that they were talking in 2022. He said, "When I was writing this, I got a notification from you as you were talking about wanting to be with your mom and your sister again. You said, 'Take me where I belong,' but our circumstances won't allow us to be in our ideal situations. We gotta push through it." Was he insinuating that she wanted to go home and he wasn't letting her?
In 2022, you gotta keep in mind, wouldn't David have been 17 and she would have been like 12 at that point? It's so crazy just how much evidence there is on this situation. I literally can't wrap my mind around it. Like every single day, there's just something else that gets leaked to the public that makes it look even worse for David and makes him look overall even more guilty. Like it's almost impossible to even defend bro at this point. Even if he's proven innocent in the court of law, because obviously he has so much money, he'll just get the best lawyers and somehow make his way through it. In the public eye, he'll never be able to recover from this. As long as he lives, he's always just going to be looked at as the guy who dated and murdered a 15-year-old. And at this point, there's nothing he can do to escape that. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on this situation down below. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more content just like
yeah, man. So, what did y'all perspective on this whole situation?
feel like it just goes to show how bad the justice system can be in certain situations. Because, you know, you got a family who reported her missing, went through the right steps. You got friends who attempted to try to call out to try to get somebody to put their eye or their attention on this, like, hey, this is a situation going on. Y'all need to start looking into this or looking into this guy. But it's like, when you got young kids trying to approach you with something like that, and you got a whole police force where, you know, y'all might be scared to get sued, or y'all might be scared of, you know, putting all your attention on this, and you get there and, you know, you find nothing. So it's like, it just goes to show how bad it is as far as that going. Condolences to the family though, because that's crazy for you to lose your child to go missing, and then next thing you know, the last message you get is your child is dead. You know.
So now my next question is, so like I said, we all knew like growing up, motherfuckers who was just grown as fuck want to do what they do. So I wonder, was this a case of this or it's her? Because I also heard a theory that David. Well, based on what I've been watching, because I heard a theory also that he could have possibly been paying off her mama or sending her mama a little money and stuff like that.
I mean, that's always gonna be the first thing, you know, from the whole R. Kelly situation with
Aaliyah and shit.
Yeah, so, but I feel like her situation is a lot different. I feel like her situation was more so her being like defiant. Like,
she
wanted to go, you know, I want to go, you know, see him perform. I want to go be with him while he's performing. And it's like, her parents probably looking at the situation like, you want to go see that? No.
Right, girl, sit your ass down. You 12 years old. Go sit down somewhere.
You know, go sit down somewhere, you know, go chill out. And then, you know, he missed to make it happen. Oh, they said you can't come? All right, watch this. You know.
And you know what else I think happened? Right. Because what they met when she was 11, 12?
Yeah.
So imagine
through Discord. His fan Discord at that.
Yeah. So imagine this whole time, right? Maybe he wasn't being physical with her in the very beginning stage, but he was getting close to her, trying to, you know, I'm a cool guy. You know, when your parents don't want you to go somewhere, I take you this where you need a little money, I cash up you a little bit of money.
You got to think about it too, because if you go back. You remember the whole text message they had of him texting a whole nother girl. So it's like, he probably was already, you gotta think, he probably was already that one person, you know, she listened to his music, she like, oh, you know, she already in awe because he a celebrity. And on top of him being a celebrity, he a celebrity that's talking to her. So she like, man, he talking to me, he giving me attention. So you already know that's already gonna have her head over heels. Because it's already somebody you admire from a distance.
Right.
You admire this person from a distance. And now it seems like they like right within your grasp. You can reach out and touch them.
And he probably came on her from a cool big brother perspective. Like, you know.
Maybe so.
And then eventually once he was able to actually get her around more physically, that's when, you know, he kind of started coming on her. Because, you know, from my perspective, it would make sense because she wanted to go to the concert. He said, I got you. So I just feel like maybe the grooming started from him just doing a little simple shit. Getting food, sending a little money. When she couldn't go when she wanted to go, I'm going to pick you up or I'm going to send you an Uber with a cake. Let's go somewhere and have fun. Let me take you to this little, as a 12, 13-year-old, this nigga got a little money. So I can take you this place and this place to where like, oh, at 12, 13, a girl ain't seen shit anyways. So imagine a 12, 13-year-old girl with a dude with a little money. And he can be doing those basic shit, but at 12, 13, you think he doing some Prince Charming shit. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he probably played the cool card, grooming her, just, you know, building that relationship, and eventually got to the point where he started trying to be more serious and physical with her. And he probably ain't expect that shit to get that far. He probably thought he could just continue doing the little weird shit he was doing. Gotcha. And took it too far and got to a place to where it was no turning back.
See, I get what you're saying. It's just, for me, looking at the evidence they have, I have more perspective of he used a whole lot of words in terms of endearment, like love. You know, a whole lot of things, like meaningful things that'll just tag on their heart. Because, you know, you young, you already don't really have a full concept of what love is.
Right.
So it's like, when you got somebody who you already admire, because apparently the whole Discord situation was a fan Discord. So you got a fan Discord, a girl that already admires you, who's already one of your fans, who listens to your music, and you say you love her, or you showing that you love her, or you saying that you love her, they automatically gonna take that and take that for what it is.
Right.
They're not gonna think about anything else. They like, man, this person that I admire so much loves me, and that's enough for them. They ain't. They're not thinking about anything materialistic. Right. They're not thinking about going out.
Oh yeah. They're
not thinking about trips. They're not thinking about food. They're not thinking about going to an amusement park. They're not thinking about food.
I don't think that was probably the main thing, but to the Discord point you made, I feel like with him having Discord, because we all know growing up, it was no way for us to personally connect with people we looked up to and watch. But with Discord, in this generation, you can create a Discord and you can connect on a more personal level to your fans and supporters. Yeah. So not only her, but I feel like with a lot of other girls, Discord or whatever else, you know, he was using to connect with his fans. He did it to the point to where they feel like they had a personal relationship with him.
Yeah. So it's like I was saying before, it's like when you a fan, you kind of see this person from a distance. You admire them from a distance. But when it came to them going on Discord, he probably was already messaging around, seeing like, oh, she lives in Texas, or she lives over here, or she lives over here. Oh, I found one that lives near me. She lives in LA just like me. So it's like, it's a whole lot that goes into it probably, because they said it was multiple girls.
Yeah, multiple girls, yeah.
So he was probably already messaging multiple girls.
Yeah.
And
he probably running the same game system with so many people.
Running the same game with every single one of them. And it's like, he was so adamant with it, and his words were so, it just had it to the point where they probably was like, yeah, I gotta keep this a secret. I can't tell nobody about this. So it's wild. And ain't no telling what his messages were to her. So for her to probably keep it a secret, or, you know, probably the control aspect, he probably didn't let her have access to internet, or, you know, a lot of different things. So he was always monitoring her.
Right. Yeah, 9 times 10. Yeah, man. This shit crazy, but this shit unfolding every day. We gonna I'm gonna probably do an update video when like the, you know, more stuff progress and things like that. But yeah, this is an interesting story. These one of these stories to as a kid, when we heard it was like, damn, like,
it's like we'll probably hear about it when the trial comes, but it's like with the internet and the pace that all this information comes out to us, we'll know the whole story before they even reach a verdict.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna be. That's exactly how it's gonna be. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if, cause I mean, at this point, bro, he got money, so of course he can get a lawyer.
Of course.
But it's just like, at this point, with all this shit coming out, bro, public perception, especially if you get a jury trial, you're a cook, regardless. So I mean, hell, cause the public perception right now is already that the nigga did it. Because I mean, all the evidence pointing to that. It's weird, you know what I'm saying? So, hey man, we gonna goddamn see how this shit unfold.